Alright, I am recording. I have forged on. I've had this for a few months now. Yep. And you see? Oh! Okay, I am recording. Alright! So, yes. Peaceful music for a spiritual play like this. And what I was going to say is I don't have internet. I'm offline. And I am a pro. I'm a pro because I don't have a stiff skin. You see? Pro. Alright. A pro, yes. I am. Monster lol. It even has the Pac-Man tattoo on the chest. Like Monster lol with the heart on his chest. And this texture pack. This is an overlay. That's all it has. This, the default 1.7 PvP edit, I made a few months ago, last summer. I edited the stone to look like, you know, the PvP packs and everything. They edit the ores, but I wanted it to be as simple as possible and change the grass because the default grass is a bit ugly. I don't like it. So I changed it, and the side darkened a little purple, and the ores stand out. And you know, if there's lava, let's find some lava. If there is lava, you would know that you can see the edge of a block. Like this. You see? If there was a diamond block, for example, it would look like that. In this texture pack with the portal water, and you see, you'd see the diamond. So this is kind of a bit more of a PvP pack, but the other one is a little different. All you see is that, and then I'd be curious, and you mine it, you know, be like, oh yes, of course. And yeah, full brightness. This pack and this pack both have the full brightness folder, so I don't have to have any special client or mods. Back then, I'd get mods, PvP mods on Forge, but these days they use clients, and I was thinking about making a client that, I hate. I I have a lot to say about mojang as of today, and how confusing it can be for some kids. Um, you know, just constant trends. Exhausting. I've been through many spiritual planes. I've been a part of many, way too many, that I understand a thing or two. And just maybe my words will embody that as an entity. That I will be some sort of entity of speech and dialogue. It's complicated, but yeah, that's something that can happen. And uh, you see, I forgot to show this the other day. I changed the inventory, survival inventory, to stay sexy, and the brunette girl has blue eyes. Uh, yeah, that's about it. The inventory, um, everything else is same. The swords are small default compared to default, which is fucking huge. And the grass I changed too. I did that for that pack and this pack, and probably low fire. Um, yep. But in this pack, it's the color is a little special. It has blue flames. So cool. And the hearts are black, so I could see it better behind. Some people make the half a heart a different color sometimes, just to make it ultra PvP pack to recognize the hearts. You know, you don't need to be a PvP god. I mean, yeah, style does matter. It does. Never mind what I was going to say. Anyways, I think that is it for the packs for now. I'll keep that as another keep it straight heterosexual for the what I'm trying to do. World edit. Uh, I kind of forgot. Um, from my memory, if I go to okay. Then click yeah. Wait, paste. Let's go. Maybe wait. I think I have to place a block or something below me. And I have to face like a certain way. I was facing this way. Hmm. Copy slash help. Okay. Copy. I remember like Zach with his troll videos. It's quite nostalgic watching him use worldedit. He's the most prominent person I remember using worldedit. I might have to go to the wiki. I kind of forgot. I think I was supposed to do copy. Then, excuse me. Okay. I think it matters not, you know, I'm facing, you know, west, and I'm on top of this block. Why is it like this? Okay. I think in this version of worldedit, you have to do slash copy. Okay, and then paste. Alrighty. Oh, haha. Well, that's not okay. It copies on the last place you were standing and looking. Okay. Uh. Okay. 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 I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. That's. You could also do like special rotation tricks, but if you actually copy something to like an other object, you like you could only do copy like bushes or something like 6 by 6, like maybe a small tree. I'd have to look more into that because the that's kind of annoying. I wanted to have a bunch of objects copied at once. You gotta be joking. Uh, I this sometimes it just don't be working. This is 1.7. You gotta be joking right now. Come on. That was like fucking 3 blocks away. Okay, let's. Oh my lord. Uh, like 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, it's kind of fucked up. Uh, that's not exactly what I wanted. Okay. I believe if I do this. Oh my. It's like 1, 2, 3. I'm just like, what? Oh my gosh. Why is there cobblestone? What the hell? What the nether? What is this? Why is it doing that? That's not what I want it to do. How do you... Oh man. I hate this. I don't get it. Then I do this, and it's like, no, it's 3 blocks away, dumbass. What the fuck? I don't like that. That's... shut up. It's like... The music. The music right now. Stop. Why is it not copying? It should be like a fucking huge wall. Oh, fuck. Copy. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, try to focus on talking, and we're doing world edit at like the first time in like a month or 2. So I'm struggling. There you go. That's what I remember. That's what I remember. All right. Let's do this again. You know, the veteran mind sometimes gets a little rusty. you know, what I show my daughter, uh, you know, how to do world edit and stuff. You know, she might think I'm fucking Notch or some shit. Oh no. Okay, I remember. You have to face west. Oh fuck, how do you rotate? Oh wait. Well, I could do that. Yep. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I just did. A copy and paste. How about that? Uh, okay. How do you rotate? Um, uh, copy. Is it copy like R or something? I might have to open the wiki. How do I fucking type? My keyboard has no lighting. Like it came from a delivery of parts I needed, and I didn't ask for a keyboard, but I got one, so I'm using it. And I mean, it's probably a little delayed compared to those expensive, like, you know, gamer keyboards. I don't got that. I mean, I got a glorious Model O with a sexy bearded man on the side of it, but I don't have any you know, my keyboard. You know, if I had like someone to reflect my innocence back then for certain things, I definitely would have been that 12-year-old little girl building keyboards and uh, calling men, you know, women, calling them noobs. Yeah, I got loud sometimes. I remember. I said, "Get fucked!" like out loud, and like my friend, like but the male friend that I had was over, but he didn't. He liked watching me play the games that I liked, but he didn't play those games ever, unless we were together. And he had no reaction, but someone else, I could tell spiritually schizo. I don't use certain terminology, but certain extreme hyper reactive, spiritual, you know, chaos. You know, men with like low ego, shit gets to their head. I just later that night, I weirdly felt so bad speaking like that around them because I just felt like they they just you don't know if people are just gonna kill themselves one day. Just you know, some people, but some people just don't leave your environment either when they shouldn't be there. You know, so it's I'd say I should have not you know gotten quiet. You know, I grew up pretty mute, but when it came to video games when I was 12 years old, dude, I was no noob. I was fucking bitches, and I'd say it proudly. I didn't even know, like, what sexuality, like, I did like girls back then as a child. I like very cute blonde headed girls with blue eyes, but I, you know, like, like, but when I was 12, when, like, the Mega Walls madness and everything was going on, what is sexuality? What is anything? You know, philosophically speaking, that was Technoblade, the underdog, philosophical man. It's the sexy philosophical man. No one knows what he looks like. You know what original Strafe looks like. You know what Monster looks like. The dude from Switzerland. an original stray from Israel, who is Technoblade and why is he so philosophical? That's always been bugging me. There was Glitchy Shell, Aiden RK, some other people that were in voice chats with Technoblade, but he didn't really, you know, there was something about him. He was different. When everybody started saying Minecraft is cringe, it started deleting their content. They just didn't know what all that chaos was about, and what they're recording. What's going on. You know, uh, Technoblade kept going. Apparently, there was an agenda, and I kind of knew it. I've known it since I was a 12-year-old. Since I was a 12-year-old little girl. 12-year-old little little girl. Yeah. It's I was a bit different. You know, uh, we'll, it was just things were different. Things were different, and it was only for 2014 and never again. So you know, same for people making the pyramids in Egypt. Many, 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 things, many pretty women throughout history. 2,000 years ago, there was definitely some pretty women, pretty men, pretty European men. You know, what pipeline am I? Who am I? You know, you know. Anyways, I gotta figure out how to rotate this. I think pace, rotate. If I'm facing, oopsie. West, east, west. Okay, so if I pace, that's the wall I copied. That's the wall I paste. Can I type like south? Paste. Uh, I don't really want to look at a wiki right now, so I might just try to actually. Um, fuck. I have to copy. Just the commands are confusing me. Just I have to copy. My brain thinks I'm like I copy because of the axe. Oh, then I'm like, no. Ah, it does that too. And I'm like, what the fuck is that about? It's weird. I think I remember Zexy Zek going through that problem too. With motherfucker. Um, copy. What am I doing? Yeah. Uh, uh, let's try this again. Again. Okay. Okay. I don't understand. Copy. Copy. I'm using my second keyboard. I have two keyboards. Okay. Because I'm on a laptop. Oh, wait, what? What? Let's hyper focus right now. Wait, I don't think I'm supposed to move. That's probably the problem. Okay. Yeah, 1.7 world edit. Okay. Yeah, that was the problem. And I copied okay. Let's do this again. Okay. Ah, building memory again for like who knows how many times. One day it's like, am I ever gonna forget? It's like Stimpy with Pop PvP. I don't. He was really there for the lunar GG, but I was like on a whole other realm of spirituality and other things. Like like the soup and pot stuff was like a sleeping phoenix in me. Okay, it's like LuvstarKei, the fucking sleeping ihascupquake phoenix, just fucking obsessed with old Minecraft content. They're just a fucking encyclopedia of Minecraft content, and it's actually pretty fucking accurate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty impressed by how they talk about some things. Like I saw them like in real life in one of their streams like a month or two ago. Like some of the like I could tell like they drink like caffeine or something. And the speech that came out of their fucking mouth was like they invented a whole new line of fucking just it was just spiritually just this I was watching something blossom before my eyes and I was like my ears okay like I was like holy shit well, that's like they were on some shit that day and it definitely wasn't like drugs or alcohol not like me it was like fucking caffeine matcha or some shit that's what the matcha does to me sometimes you're just like the only person doing a certain thing, and you're like just fucking good at it. The only person doing that thing, and just way too damn good at it. And it's kind of, Minecraft is kind of scary. Just the emotional, just spirituality of it, just the things that people can do sometimes is pretty damn, you know, I could think humans just are nothing, but sometimes I've been touched by the gods since I was 12 years old. since I was a 12-year-old little girl. So I understand that on a deep, spiritual enlightenment level. The shit. Like, yeah, it's immaculate sometimes. Some of the things LuvstarKei has said, they're definitely a unforgettable character. I'd say, for sure, for sure. There's a lot of chaos right now and uncertainty, but LuvstarKei, they, I, oh man, you know, they probably seen me blossom a little bit right before their eyes, but something just ain't right. Something just ain't clicking in my head, is it? Something just ain't clicking in their head either. Like, what the fuck do really be going on when it comes to networks of speech and dialogue? Like, what's the context of it? LuvstarKei, where's it all coming from? I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't. Wait, undo. I forgot to copy. Yep. I need to go back and copy. I'm building muscle memory here. Uh, d uh, it might have glitched out on me. I assume it's a glitch. Like, what is this? I'd have to look back at Zexy Zek videos to see if he had that problem too. Like, what the fuck is up with the axe sometimes? It's like, I did it again. I did it again. My brain. Okay, one more time. You know, my brain just can't invent so many ideas at once with my hands physically and mentally and spiritually. Sometimes, when it comes to inventing things, just the chaos can be a little too much sometimes in the brain. All right. All right. Ah, finally. Yep, just inspecting. Just inspecting the house. Some people, that's actually what they do. They just inspect houses. Did you know that? They literally, that's like their business. They just inspect houses. They show up at construction sites and they just inspect stuff. I heard a story one time of, hold on. Okay. That, I heard a story one time that, the numbers, the numbers in America, they have numbers outside of people's houses. Usually like a 4-digit number. And, for whatever reason, the plaques of the numbers were, you know, excuse me, the numbers were upside down. The numbers were upside down. It's just, that's their job. They're inspecting the house. That's what they do. Paste. Oh wait, fuck. Just my 2 brain cells are working overtime in this video right now, okay? Oh, bad. I haven't had fucking matcha in 12 hours. Um, uh, I think I did. Yeah. Inteligente. Uh, yes. Sí. No enojado. Yep. Here we go. I built. This is what it looks like. I think it was about this big. About this big. I'm sorry for my lack of Preston PvP and commentating skills. Even these days, you can tell he's a little tired, and I can't raise my voice right now, so it's kind of hard to keep my deep tones stable when I speak a little low. So I have to. Oh God, is the mic have been like this far away from my mouth the whole time? Am I not being heard? Uh-oh. I need to get a new mic too. Um, okay. I'm pretty cheap. I am resourceful, environmentalist, but sometimes spiritually that's like it's way out there, innovative environmentalism. It's not even feminism. It's like xenophobic almost. Sometimes like the shit I be like thoughts, man. The thoughts just when things start getting chaotic, the thoughts, the plot really do be thickening. When I was 12 and Technoblade said that, and he had only like 10 or 20 views, and I just got back from school and I was ready to sit down on my chair and eat like a panini sandwich or some cheese sticks when I still like wasn't extremely health maxing or anything yet, like I am now. That it's like the nutty pudding I eat in the morning for Brian Johnson because I don't have certain meal plans prepped because I'm also scared about going off the grid and shit. If America Power Grid and stuff just goes out, there's a lot of things going on in this brain of mine at this moment. I do a lot of strange things out in the forest sometimes. I'm just, I feel like such a Viking too. But I'm not saying it, I just exude it. I can just do some things with my hands sometimes and just, doing things, physically, mentally thinking. I was like, damn. Like I told this guy to have a good day this morning after his dog tried to come at me. And he made an odd excuse. But I powered through that whole conversation. And I could tell even when he said bye bye, he's like, damn, damn. Like, it's just like, just quick conversations when you run cross paths with strangers can and also somebody thought I was a employee at a grocery store earlier too. It was some African with a thick accent. Seemed like a very nice gentleman, but I am no employee. I was wearing my trench coat for the first time today too, looking like Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner 2077. Yeah, there's a lot going on, just 24/7 when it comes to, just being an embodiment of spirituality and just the thoughts going on in my brain and then running into strangers and having to like commentate like I'm fucking pressing plays or some shit. You just gotta keep that shit going. Like I've seen like fucking big content creators do like I'm gonna do bread review at like Chili's and like Applebee's or something, and it's like uh the workers were staring at this guy, and it was awkward like just for a few seconds, a little bit longer than normal, a little bit longer than normal, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, I have to commentate I have to commentate, dude. I was just like, fuck, fuck. They're just staring at me eat their eating the bread, eating the Applebee's bread. It's like, God. Oh my gosh, the brain rot has gotten immense. Like, oh, it's gotten bad. Even when I made 2 billion views at 14 years old, just the pipeline is just never ending sometimes, and the thoughts are never ending as to where it's all going and where we're all headed. Okay? Alright, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I built a wall. I'll probably make it a little higher. I think the ceiling was made out of glass, maybe, but I might keep it open for now. Anyways, I don't really have an outro or anything, but I can't really raise my voice, so my vocal cords are getting a little tired being at this tone, and I just can't fathom any accent or slang or anything to speak in, because spirituality, the thoughts in my brain have just fucking pooped, exploded, dead, just burnt, you know, like old Germanic language I was looking into the other day. Like one syllable was like meant for humanity. Like they had so many English words under one symbol that was supposed to represent that language, and I thought it was made me giggle a little bit. You know, well, that's just how my brain feels. It's a whole new language of invention and things. But anyways, I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night.